Two of the NFL's final unbeatens putting their records on the line against each other as we're underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Finds him over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Pass is hauled in by the rookie from Boston College. That'll be 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
Another Texans 1st down.
Sticking to the air here. He's caught left side by Harris. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston. From the red zone now. It's his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jalen Petrie.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision he makes got a consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly. Here we go.
First play, Fields letting it rip. Completed left side to Smith. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Fields out of the gun. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they're going to force him out. It looks like just about a step or two before he can get to that 20. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Fields on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He's got it deep downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And will be a 1st down, Texans.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now. Taking a chance to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Looking quickly here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He's going to throw it again. Finds the in route complete. And he can't escape a quick tackle after the catch. Tackle is at the 20.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. That one connects. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans 7, Jets nothing.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
They're on 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Looking underneath here for Hall. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Roll right side, caught by Smith. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Fields to throw. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
15 yards. And the Jets, 1st down.
That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Texans. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They've got a 1st to begin the frame. Throwing again, it's Fields. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
46-yard line.
Setting up to throw. Makes the grab and bounds left side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 13-0 lead. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14.
Jets, nothing.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He's looking deep once again. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Second down and 10. Fields. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the gun, it's Hall. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Fields this one at the 3. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You move them against their will, and you set yourself up for some later success.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
At the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It is caught left side. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Get some space around midfield. 3 inside the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And it'll be a first down, Texans. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
22-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Third down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Texans in front here at NRG. Going jumbo set on this first and goal. From the red zone on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans boat racing them to the halftime locker room. That's no good. The veteran mischipped one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Now it's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Connects on the crosser. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
It's a gain of 48 yards. First down, New York.
Fields to throw it. He's got Smith again. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense in position now. It's first and goal. They send a man in motion. From the red zone now. Texans closing in, and they give to him. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Fields out of the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Bates' kick is up and good. And the deficit goes from 20 to 17.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. I'll throw here on first. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Catch made over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
First down.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Throwing here just before halftime. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 10. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
I know you got mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that was scary. He just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans make it a 24-point ball game. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Fields looking to throw. Connects with his back. Hall. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Completed to his running back. Makes a man miss. He's off. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
28 yards.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
A 28-yard gain. 1st down, New York.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Completed left side to Smith. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Another throw for Fields. He connects with his back deep down the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Finds his target hole. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Fields again. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
After the sack, quite a lengthy 3rd and goal now. 18 yards needed. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. After the sack, quite a lengthy 3rd and goal now. 18 yards needed. Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So gain 11 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they give it to him. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans keeping the pedal forward and adding 6 more.
Take that play right there. That run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the position at the NFL level. This rookie is putting on a show.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans grow their lead yet again. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
It's a gain of 48 yards.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter.
The kicker on for the point after.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Jets cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Jets 13.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. goes through the middle for a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offensive line fast.
It's 2nd down.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Jets football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Hall takes it straight ahead. Shoves him off. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Fields on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
On any 4th down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut down the field, Golden. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Back on 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force 3rd and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
Forced that to his right, and he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
4th down. They're going to throw for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he needed just 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Fields out of the gun. Hits his running back. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw Fields. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Fields to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 once again. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. It's Fields. Cut near the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another Jets. First down. 1st and goal, New York.
Throwing again. It's Fields. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming as a fan, as a defensive coordinator. I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jets putting up points in a game decided. Brees Hall with the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Jets cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Jets 20.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running this one left. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. 2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This is hauled in by Harris. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You can't start a fire without a spark. How about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
They'll try and punch it in. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. They've got to keep moving quick here.
Leads to second and goal.
He gets it again. And he can't punch it in. Man, the defense punches back, sticks him at the 2. And goes to the hurry up here.
The play lost a yard. It's now third and goal.
And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
They're going to throw for it on 4. Oh, my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jets will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Fields. Looking underneath here for Hall. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
At the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. Still fighting forward. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set, 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. So it'll be 2nd down. This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. Throwing off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. This one just thrown away. So an anticlimactic ending to this football game. So it's a win for the Texans. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
That does it for another broadcast.